from the scramble. Kick around the body. Pretty good from Walsh. Got it into a reasonable spot for Mackay to have a fly.
We stand under a high bomb like that with no one else coming over the top to give him a chop out.
This is interesting because pre-match he was kicking around the corner from this very position.
And that is a delightful drop putt. And doesn't he and his Blues fans love it.
Some problems. You can see the defensive sweeper. That's Caleb Daniel. All of a sudden he knows he's got to stand under this. He's got to try and fly against Mackay, who's coming with the fly to the ball. And, I mean, it's just a giant against a very small player, isn't it? You've got no hope. Absolutely no hope. But a great finish.
Well, they hadn't orchestrated the changeover. Clearly,
Bulldogs player on the ground ahead of him. And he spears that to the lead of Levi Casbolt.
the Western Bulldogs are 6 and the Blues are 12.
Well, he has had a crazy goal-kicking history over time. What's he got in his leg today? That is a blast. That's out of here.
Well, that is absolutely outstanding play to have that goal kick.
Back to Thomas. See if he goes forward this time. Faked for Wiedering. Gave to Wiedering. He fumbled it. Put himself under some pressure then. Silvani and Easton Wood up. Hayes did well. Made it a 2-on-1. Handball inside, a little dangerous. Dow! Outside of the boot. Makes him pay full price.
Turn back to the boundary. Make it look like you're trying to keep it in and maybe even run over the boundary line while kicking it up the line. Well, 5 contested possessions. Been brilliant in the centre of the ground.
Cripps, here he is again on cue.
It's 5-1 centre appearances.
Gibbons. Scoots past. No tackle. Then Curnow jumps in. Silvani's there. Kept his feet initially. Played for the free. Could have got it. Crowd wanted him to. Throws it to Murphy. Ducks out of one. Slams it on the boot. And kicks an absolute ripper.
It's nothing they don't deserve, the Blues. They've been very good this quarter, 12 to 8, the inside 50s, creating opportunities. And in the last minute and a half, they've capitalised on a couple of them. Maybe a free kick there to Cordy, and then maybe a free kick to Silvani coming back the other way. Let them both go. Good to see. And Mark Murphy, out of nothing, just throws it on the left boot. Tried to duck under that one, so the umpire called play on again.
Could be away here. 40 seconds left. Walsh, he looks up. He's got Silvani. He's got Mackay in a one-on-one. Pulls the kick short. Could have gone longer. Gets it back. Still has Mackay. Still has Mackay. Now has Mackay. Slapped away, but too late by Daniel.
How many times do we see Caleb Daniel as the defensive sweeper? Everyone pushes up, gets involved in play. He's the one.
Opens it up. 20 seconds left. No one on the goal line. And slots it. Fooled them all.
And I think fortunately for those Bulldogs who didn't man the line, that was...
They have packed Marvel Stadium for this one. Easter Sunday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying it as much as the live crowd here are. Cripps scoops it out to Murphy. Dances inside. Outside of the boot, Mackay. He's worried them out of it, and he's going to have a shot from the top of the square. Pick 10 in 2015, and isn't that looking like a really good pick right now?
It in slow motion, but it wasn't. Just the two hands around the hips that retarded him. Otherwise, Mackay would have been able to run out and take the chest mark.
There, danced inside. Handball knocked on nicely by Gibbons. Fisher blasted. Paulson in the pocket, about to feed back on it. Daniel got there first to Young, the first gamer. Eastonwood was almost outside the boundary line when he collected it. Ball still alive here. Gibbons picks it up, kicks it around the body. It's bending, and he's finally got his first as a Blue.
Forward roll, when the ball's not coming down much and you're playing losing sides, it's pretty hard to have an impact, but he's now having, he's had plenty of touches, and this time it just fell for him really nicely. Good little shovel out there from Jack Silvani.
How well did they do to keep the ball alive, the Blues? I mean, the Bulldogs would be dirty that they couldn't find a way to get that over the boundary line for a stoppage.
If you've just joined us, Carlton led by 12. at quarter time. They're led by 13 now. Down the line, Wiedering from behind. Knew where he wanted to get it, but that'll do. Simpson back towards Mackay. Got there late on Hunter. Legal spoil. Silvani, a roller, a tumbler. Awesome.
Western Bulldogs. So Lockie Hunter didn't quite keep his eye on the footy. Was expecting a bit of contact. Has created an opportunity, and Jack Silvani, who's really struggled to hold down a spot in this team and show some sort of consistency, missed a set shot from 50 earlier in the quarter. Oh,
Fisher, McGovern, and this will hurt.
That's what can happen when you kick off one step.
All eyes on McGovern. He's had a leanish afternoon at the office so far, but this is a monster kick for 3 in a row to the Blues for the biggest margin of the game, and he nails it, equal to the moment.
At some stage you've got to punish the opposition when they give you opportunities like that. So Carlton are at a stage where if they can kick a few in a row, they can really open this up and really almost put the game away.
Outside, Petrevski-Seton, another touch. Pulls it to Silvani, gave it to Fisher, tucked into the pocket, heads to the square. Casbolt! What about that for the best movement?
There were options, there were numbers running forward, and there was plenty of voice to alert the player to shoot the hand pass out. And then they just played on, hand pass, hand pass, hand pass. The ball went to Silvani, another hand pass, and then the kick into Casbolt.
And they've got their foot on the Bulldogs' throat right now.
Cruiser gets involved, back to another guy just was playing VFL only 8 weeks ago. Got himself an opportunity. Silvani gets involved. Fish, everybody wanted to join in the party, including the big Kaz.
Takes the safe option, goes to Mackay. Not this time. Brilliant crumb by Daniel. Gee, that's a monster kick if it comes off, and it doesn't. And Petrevski-Seton.
This is votes.
Margin 3 goals right now with this kick to come. He keeps it low. And he's got it. Squeezed it in. 4 goals the margin in the shadows of 3/4 time. For some run through the wing, but that's a horrible kick. Newman cuts it off. McLean, 2 really bad kicks in a row. One that turns it over, one that was a miss. Well, this is almost the one you back Levi Casbolt into kicking, the one you're not expected to kick. In he comes. We could get anything here. In he struts. He's kicked it well. He has crushed that. And they're nearly there, the Blues. Nearly there.
And it was a poor kick coming out of defence. They really haven't used the ball well today, the Bulldogs. They've been their own worst enemy. The kicking efficiency of 65% is well below that that's expected at this level. And that kick from 50 right out on the pocket is exceptional.
Fisher finds it somehow. Gibbons squeezes pocket. Mackay! Well, he's caught everything.
9th mark for Harry Mackay. A little bit tougher around the corner when you're this far from the point post.
Everybody's wild about Harry.
Well, we're seeing breakout games everywhere. Someone that is marking everything in sight, you've got to keep feeding him the footy.
Absolutely. Blues fans, they'd be absolutely loving this. The world's almost returning to normal, Jason, re-emerging as a team in part on the back of a ruckman named Harry.
They have it for 59 consecutive matches. They're 2 goals away from doing it. That would have been 1. You can't waste those opportunities.
Fisher trying to get that 100.
Excellent goal sense. They know where they are, and they are able to deliver. And they've got one at that size, and they've got another one, Mackay. He's a fantastic snapper around the corner. And there's a good dish. He's played well today, Curnow.
Out of play with 6 seconds left. Time enough for something crazy from the ball in.
A ruck infringement.
I think you're the only Carlton person here that really cares, Jason. You're not a Carlton man.
The nightmare is finally over. Dow goes inside, outside of the boot. There's the ton! There's the ton! And the kid does it on cue with the last kick of the game.
And don't tell me the players don't know. They've come from everywhere.